From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. He's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To the air, Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, on is the former Dolphin Matt Hawk to punt for Buffalo. Back deep is Albert Wilson. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Allen off the play fake. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On play action, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Play action. Now it's Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, Wilson. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second down at 4. Here's Dolgala. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Long. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Throwing is Dolgala. Going deep here for Parker. And this one is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Dolgala. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they? Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action, Allen. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he finds Beasley complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And he's in his 12th NFL season, and he's crafty, he's savvy, he's a guy who competes for the ball. 61 catches with New Orleans last year. Very happy to be in Buffalo. A big reason why? The young quarterback, Josh Allen.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Zach Moss played prep ball 8 miles from here in Hollandale Beach. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Allen going to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. They run the counter. McCrary. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, don't fumble the football.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, it's Allen. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it, and they do so right there.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. But Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From his end zone, Wilson. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. McCrary, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Miami. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone, costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches in.
Stephon Diggs, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From his end zone, Wilson. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Will Fuller, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, it meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go right back to Singletary. Singletary loses it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now this time, Allen will throw. It's caught by Sanders. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Escapes the defender. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From his end zone, Wilson. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And he's got room. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Salvador, 56 yards. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Taking it about the 1. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. And the holding penalty sets him back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Allen now on first down. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the 24, Allen escaping the pressure right. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Allen's throw here pulled in by Beasley. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Flush to his right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. Allen now looks to throw. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And this is Parker, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They got 29 yards that time.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Carlos Basham brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them.
There he goes, left side. The 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Matt Breida. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now it's Wilson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And got his man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw again. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
They'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Here's a toss right side for Breida. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They run here with Singletary. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and goal from the 1. Moss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Zach Moss punching it in from a yard away. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2. Yep. And that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, Wilson. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The 40. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as they'll try to get it to a one-score game with a two-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And that one is caught. So they convert here. And don't look now, but this one's back to a one-score game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, Singletary loses it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather, of course. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Breida, he'll try the right side. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Buffalo, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll drop to 0-2, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.